Hey D Squad, it's your girl Diana, and today I'm gonna make a video that's something that's just been on my heart. It's been on my mind for days. It's not like any other video that I would make. This video is personal and it's very emotional. This video is about me. I decided to make this video because of some things. I've watched some channels and I've heard and I've seen some people who are dealing with some serious issues of low self-esteem. I decided not to put the makeup on, not to put the wig on, but to just come as I am, just come as who I am and tell you my story and let you know what I really have been through. Well, first and foremost, D Squad, I want you to know that when I was a young girl, I went through a lot. I went through a lot, especially when I was in school. The woman you see today, I sit here not completely where I would desire to be, but I am where I am right now. You're looking at a woman who, from the time I was 14 on up, has always been fat. I've always been fat. People would say I'm big bone. That was just to cover up the fact that I was fat. People would say, my dad would always say stuff like, to make me feel good, he was saying, you're all meat and no potatoes, baby. And that was to keep my feelings intact. But it really didn't help. It didn't help me at all. I suffered a lot at the hands of people talking about me. You know, when I was in school, I dealt with walking down the halls at my school and other kids making fun of me and calling me out my name and saying stuff like Miss Piggy. And I don't know if you remember back in the day, there was a wrestler called Kabuti Kamala or Kamala. I think it was Kamala, not Kabuti. Scratch that. But Kamala, he was a really big wrestler. He was big. And they used to call me that. And the most embarrassing thing about it is they would call me that in front of everybody when I would walk down the hall, and I would be so embarrassed. But I wouldn't let people see that I was embarrassed. I would get in my secret place and I would cry because I knew I was fat. We came from a family that was poor. We didn't have money. My mom bought my clothes where they bought I wore polyester pants to school. I was embarrassed. That time was a time when my self-esteem was really knocked down. I was ashamed, guys, but I didn't even know what a diet mean. I didn't know what the word diet meant. I didn't know what it meant to lose weight, and we didn't even have the stuff to lose weight. I suffered. I had family. Family talked about me. I was called, and they were playing, but not realizing that even in playing, it hurt. It hurt me. I was called Shamu the Whale. I was called many things. And I suffered for that for a long time, many years, even in relationships. I was one of those women who would not get undressed with lights on. I would get into bed with my husband fully clothed. I was embarrassed. Thought about it. I thought about how it was for people to say things, and I guess they not really realizing the effect that it had on me. Really, really hard. There was times when I wanted to go out with my friends, with my cousins, and they used to be so cute, and all the guys would talk to them, but it would seem like nobody would come and talk to me. I just felt ugly. I was always just so embarrassed. I didn't think I was worthy. I had my ex-husband. Imagine getting invited to go to a pool and everybody got their little bathing suits on and they expect you to put on a bathing suit. Nah, not me. I wasn't finna do all that. But the one thing about it, guys, it hurts so bad to go through that, you know, to go through years of your life thinking that nobody's ever gonna want you, that you too fat for this, certain clothes you want don't fit, you gotta dress a certain way because things just don't fit you right. And you know, you wanna, you see other girls that are big and they dress nice, but your body all out of proportion because I got this part of my stomach bigger than the other side of my stomach. My legs are big, my arms are big, got stretch marks everywhere and dimples, cellulite, or whatever you want to call it. It was a hard road. It was a hard road to travel, to go down this road knowing that I'm fat and I'm wondering, am I ever going to lose weight? Am I ever going to lose this weight? Am I going to always just be fat? You know, so yeah, so that's what I went through. That's what I went through as a child. Because I was, before then I was the skinniest child my mother had up until about the age of 14. I was so skinny that you couldn't find clothes to fit me. Then I got so fat, then you still couldn't find clothes to fit me. You know, it was like a no-win situation. It was lose, lose, lose. But the worst thing about it was how it affected me. And the people that I thought loved me would talk about me. It was a horrible feeling. And then to get in front of guys and then I had a crush on one of them that they talked bad about me. Like, whew. It was sometimes I didn't even want to go to school. I didn't want to go to the prom. I didn't want to go to none of that stuff. But then as time went by and as time passed on and progressed, things started to change. I got older. I didn't automatically accept the fact that I was fat. It took a little time. I got in relationships and I held on to those relationships for quite some time. So dealing with in the back of my mind that I dealt with low self-esteem, I dealt with this weight problem, I accepted whatever was dished out to me in relationships. Meaning I dealt with it. I just accepted it, guys. I accepted it. And I got hurt physically, mentally, emotionally. Hurt. One of my husbands told me if he could take a knife and cut all of my stomach off, he would. That really hurt. That really hurt. That was a low blow if I'd ever had one. It was worse than being talked about as a kid because I was an adult now. And then I thought that when you're in a marriage that they loved you for whatever, but it wasn't like that. So anyway, we fast forward. And the reason why I make this message is to reach out to other ladies that may have, young girls and women who may be dealing with the same problem of being overweight. It's not the end of the world. I learned to accept myself for who I am. You have to first learn to love you. You have to accept your flaws, your dimples, your stretch marks, your body was shaped in different portions. Accept it. Build yourself up. If you want to lose weight and you can, then go for it. And if you're having a hard time having a hard time doing it, then don't beat yourself down. But if you don't love you, how you going to expect the next person to love you and accept you? You got to first accept yourself. You got to first accept yourself. I still need healing. I still look sometimes in the mirror and get disgusted with myself. And then sometimes I put on some clothes and throw on a wig and a little touch of makeup and I look pretty and feel pretty. But then when I take it all off, I look in the mirror and I don't feel pretty. I feel ugly sometimes. But I'm learning to love and appreciate me. I have to. This is my life. I'm not going to live the rest of my life not feeling worthy or having low self-esteem and missing out. So when the next man comes into my life, he's going to accept me for who I am because I've already accepted myself and love myself. When you love yourself, you try to do better. So I just want you to know, do not beat yourself up. Don't think you have to do all of these things to get the approval from anyone. It's not about that. You don't have to get the approval from no one. It's not about you trying to get the approval from this person or that person. You have to approve yourself. You have to be confident in yourself. You know. So from this day forward, pick your head up. Hold your head up high. Cause see, one thing about me, I know I'm fat. I don't need nobody to tell me I'm fat. I already know that. I know that. Keep your comments, the rude comments, to yourself. But remember one thing, everybody has their own opinion. And what people say does not mean that's what you are. Okay? Yeah, for Miss Diana to get on here looking a hot mess, you must know that I love you. And I did it for myself. And I did it for some of you because I love you. So it doesn't matter if you're fat, skinny, tall, small, short. It don't matter. Love yourself first. Love yourself first. Yeah. So I'm going to show you a picture of how I used to look, how big I was. I was pretty big. Come a long ways. So with that being said, guys, yeah, love yourself. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for just being here for me and understanding where I'm coming from. If you don't mind hitting that like button, share the video. Leave a comment of what your struggle was and if you struggle with anything from a child, even as an adult. And let's talk about it. It helps to talk about it. It helps to release it as I'm releasing it to you guys. All right, D Squad. Good night.